Hey everybody, it's Angela Nesbitt. Welcome to my studio. I'm continuing on with number 3 in the series on making greens. There's a total of 4, and also just to let you know, all this will be written down in a blog post, which you can find at my website, angelanesbitt.com. So that'll all be in one place, and also these videos will be there as well. Today I'm doing my go-to greens. I'm again using the beautiful Williamsburg handmade oil colors. They're just gorgeous for the most part. I'm using Burnt Sienna by Winsor Newton because it is dark and transparent, and you can see that it's a little different than most burnt siennas. So ultramarine blue, cad yellow light, cad yellow medium, cad yellow deep, titanium white, and the burnt sienna. This is kind of my go-to green mixtures because I tend to have a grayed down natural palette, and these are super to start with, and then I can manipulate them as I need to depending on the painting I'm working on. But the great thing with using the 3 CADs is these will control your value, your green value. So to start with, if we start with the ultramarine and the cad light, because the cad light is lighter in value, I will get it'll be easier for me to get a lighter spring green. So it'll go from mid-tone to light. Now, if I want to gray this down a little bit, I can add just a touch. It doesn't take much of the, really just touching the burnt sienna. Add a touch of that burnt sienna in, and it will make it a little more like sap. And the same here again. Especially as you get lighter, be careful not to add too much of the burnt sienna. But you can see how that that grays that down. So that will take care of mid-tones and lights, and I can go even lighter with that. Well, I'll do that real fast, and then also show you how your green, when you get too much white in it, goes really dull, because whites naturally gray down your colors. So if I want to just pick a teeny bit, not much, a little bit of the yellow back up, it won't change the value, but it will pick the intensity and saturation back up just a little bit. Well, I went a little bit too far there, but you can see that's a really bright spring green. So then if I want to use the cad medium, so the ultramarine blue and the cad medium, I'm going to get naturally a little bit, or I can get a little bit darker mid-tone green, and it will not be as spring green as the cad yellow light for that first mixture. So, it's a little bit darker than the one that's made with the cad yellow light. So again, I can lighten this up a little bit, and again add a little bit of the cad yellow medium back in so that it is not dull and pasty. And then as with before, if I want just a little bit grayed down, not quite as bright, just a touch of that burnt sienna into it, because the burnt sienna is acting as the red, which is the complement to green. That will gray that down. Now, when I'm looking for a dark green, the cad yellow deep is the best way to go, because I can get a pretty dark green because of the value of the cad yellow deep. You can see how much darker that is than using the medium. And then I can even make it a little bit darker more by graying it down with the burnt sienna. That's really the reason I use the Cad Yellow Deep, is to get that dark green. I usually end up using these more for the midtones and lights, but if you wanted to have a midtone, let's see, it's going to be much more, it's not as bright, doesn't need to be toned down here. So it's the mid-tone from the Cad Yellow Deep. So that's kind of my go-tos, and then I can manipulate these as I need to as I'm painting along. If a painting has a little more warm blues in it with the ceruleans, I can touch a little bit that into these greens to make the painting harmonize. I can really manipulate, but these are just kind of my workhorse greens. So I hope you enjoyed that. One more green mixing coming up, which is just analyzing a little bit of the tube colors that I actually do like. There's only a few, and then that's it. Have a great day. Bye.